obviously. Lots of playmakers on the offensive side of the ball, so really stretch you, sideline to sideline. They can run it. Like I said in the press conference earlier in the week, these guys can line up and run the ball. And, probably not throw a pass today. I think probably scored 58 points. And if you're going to play these guys, you got to be able to deny the ball. You got to be able to have enough guys in the box to stop the run, and you got to be able to play them man to man. We struggled to do that. Defensively they give you multiple looks. We didn't block them up front. Can't run the football. You're not going to beat anybody if you can't run the football. So if you're one-dimensional, but going into it, we knew that we would have to play a perfect game to have a chance to beat them. But what I wanted to see is I wanted to see our guys compete and play hard and keep improving. There's a lot of guys on our team that did. The unfortunate part is if you got some guys that don't, it don't really show up during the game. So I think we learned a lot about our football team today. There's some guys we had on our team that this game was way too big for, and I think everybody was able to see that and helps us. We'll move on with it, and we play a good football team next week. So we got to go back to work tomorrow and get ready for South Carolina. With that, I'll take any questions.
Stephen, David.
Just regarding Chris coming in for Garantano, was that entirely injury related, or was it a case where once Chris got hot, you wanted to keep going with him?
No, Jarrett got hit I don't know how many times, probably every time he threw the football. And Keller come in and made some good throws, so we just stayed with Keller.
David Cobb.
You mentioned to some of the sideline reporters at halftime a message that you gave the team about recruiting guys who can come in and do it. What was that message? Would you be willing to expound on that at all?
Yeah, I tell you what, we got guys in our program in 10 months that have really changed the way they think. They've changed the way they go about their business every single day. They've worked hard. They've tried to do exactly what we want them to do, okay? But I don't think it takes much to look. If you look at their sideline and look at our sideline, they don't hardly look the same, okay? But we do got some guys on our team that are committed to the University of Tennessee, and they're doing it the right way. And they got to help us recruit, okay? Because we ain't got enough guys out there today that wanted to do it the right way, okay? But I do think we've got a good core group in this bunch that will be the foundation moving forward. And we got to recruit guys in here that want to compete and play like they play every day. So.
Jimmy and Blake.
Why do you think you struggle so much running the football? Did you just get outmanned up front?
The last 2 weeks, yeah. Yeah, they're bigger, they're stronger. Could we play with better technique? Yeah, I'm sure we could. Could we possibly have them in a better scheme? Probably. It's possible times that we probably could. But the last two teams, whipped us up front, and we've got to. And for one, you got to be committed to doing it. But as a play caller on offense, every time the offense got the ball today, we're down 7 more points. So kind of goes hand in hand.
Was Jarrett's injury to his collarbone, do you have any idea, is it serious, or do you expect it to happen?
No, he'll be back.
David Oven, then Rob, then Mike.
Jeremy, you mentioned to the sideline reporters that you wanted guys to play the game the right way. What were some examples tonight that you saw of guys not playing the game the right way?
Well, when you got guys man-to-man when they run down the field and you don't even guard them, when you can't keep your poise enough to look to the sideline and get the defensive call, that's pretty elementary. I don't know about the offensive side as far as that part of it, but just from the defensive side, it's pretty telling. I know their signals. I watched their calls. They kind of made the same calls we made, just watching them over there. So you call a corner blitz, and we tippy-toe in there and nobody blocks us, and they throw a 50-yard touchdown. So playing the right way, you know. I bet you when they called a corner blitz, I bet you their corner didn't tippy-toe up in there.
Patrick.
Jeremy, what explanation did you get for the Alontae Taylor, why he was ejected? You guys had a few kind of after the whistle penalties. I guess that was not really characteristic. How do you kind of explain those?
Well, I think a lot of it's poise and experience. Alontae punched the guy in the head right in front of me. I saw him do it. If you just look at the whole deal, I mean, they lined up and whipped us between the whistles the whole time, okay? We made silly mistakes, so that's my fault. I got to do a better job of getting them to do it the right way.
Rob and Mike.
Coach, just what did you think about Keller and those extensive actions he's had? Looked like he did his part in the second quarter.
Well, we gave them some unusual looks probably they hadn't seen, so that probably had something to do with it. Guys had a little bit of protection and threw the ball down there and made some plays, but we got to be able to, can't be one-dimensional. We've got to be able to run the football to give our offense a chance.
Mike.
Coach, can you put into perspective how different this Alabama is than the Alabama that you were part of last year? And have you faced any teams in the SEC this year that could stay on the field with that team we just saw?
Well, I don't think that's fair to kind of judge because things change every week, but they're very good offensively. I mean, they've got big men up front. They got good tight ends. They got a trigger puller, and they're explosive at wide receivers. So it's like I said, you got to be able to deny the ball because if you're even with them in the box, they're gonna beat you in the run game. If you play them one-on-one, they're gonna try to throw their RPO stuff. So you got to be able to deny the ball, play them man-to-man, in my opinion.
In the back.
You've been on the other side of this thing. How long do you think it's going to take to get to where you guys can compete for all four quarters?
Well, you know what? We have 4 seniors that are playing on our football team right now. And we have a lot of guys that are trying to do it the right way. Unfortunately, we got some guys out right now. We're thin at a few spots, and when you start going down the order, it showed today. So you really couldn't tell how some guys played and how they competed based off us being thin at other spots. So, I think we get to sign 25 guys in here to go with basically trade 25 for 4, and we've got some really good seniors that work hard, but really got 4 that's playing a lot. So, gives you a chance.
Corey, then Jimmy.
Coach, given all the success you guys had getting the opposing quarterback last week, you weren't unable to register a sack. Was it just simply a lack of execution, or was Alabama's offensive line simply too overpowering?
They got the ball out of their hand. They held the ball. We didn't, when we got there, we couldn't get the quarterbacks on the ground. When the quarterback pulls the ball down, which Jalen Hurts does, and he runs for 35 yards, and we look like we're in slow motion, and he walks into the end zone. That's what it looks like to me. So, got to keep a guy like that in front.
Jimmy,
you're down more than 30 points. Phillips makes the interception, breaks some tackles, and scores. Did you appreciate that type of an effort of Phillips on that play?
Well, we had a goal was to try to win the second half. We go out there and, Ty Chandler don't fair catch the opening kickoff. And Ty Chandler is a really good competitor and tries to do everything that we ask him to do. And there's lots of guys who are trying really hard to do it the right way, but they're not always going to be perfect, and Ty made a poor decision there. But we can't do that. And then we step on the quarterback's foot, and we get a safety there. So just really a bad start to the second half.
But Kyle Phillips effort on that.
Yes, Kyle's trying really hard. Has ever since we've been here. Kyle, Alexis, Paul Bain, Shy Tuttle. Those are the 4 guys really that are playing on the defensive side right now, and really the only seniors that are playing. So I think Todd Kelly played some today, you know, but they've tried to do it the right way and bought in ever since we've been here.
Weston, David.
Jeremy, with those fast starts Alabama's had in pretty much every game offensively, are they coming out and doing the same stuff every week, or are they mixing it up? Because it just seems like, you know, a couple minutes into every game, they got a couple points on the board.
I think they do a really good job, you know, probably mixing up what they're doing. But all good teams have tendencies, so they're just doing a really good job of executing.
David Oven.
Jeremy, you mentioned the hits that Jarrett took. Why do you think those were happening to you? The hits that Jarrett took?
Well, you know, I didn't see them bringing a lot of pressure. They brought a few 5-man deals. And I think, on the fumble down there, the first 3rd down, I don't know which pressure it was, but I think it was just a 5-man. So, you know, either we got to redirect the line, or a lot of it, you know, we got hit when we had 7 guys blocking 2, 7 blocking 4, and he still got hit. So, I don't know. Either we didn't play with good technique and block them, or they whipped us, one of the 2.
Jake.
Coach, given the score tonight, what do you kind of foresee as you saying your game as far as the response to this game, just going into the rest of the season? How do you think about that?
Well, you know, that's really yet to be determined. We'll see what they do on Monday. I think our guys have really kind of turned the corner in how they practice and compete. But it takes more than 7 on defense and 5 on offense. You know, it takes 11 guys. It takes, you know, so you might have guys trying to do it the right way, but maybe they don't execute. Okay, or maybe today they wasn't good enough. So, but we got to continue to work hard and improve, and I think our guys will.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.